Hello patrons, and welcome back for another real-time process video. Today is a real-time process video of episode L, and that's going to stand for legendary this time. And I'll explain a little bit more about the story in a bit when we get into it, but for now we're going to pick out a background paper. I don't really have a plan. I pulled out all my Christmas supplies. This is a Christmas photo. I'm kind of digging this Wild Whisper one. This one's from the Home for the Holidays collection. Close. But I don't know what I want to pair it with. It's such a bold stripe color that it's going to be hard to find something that's subtle enough to pair with it. But also takes down the boldness, because that's a lot right there. Could try this one. Add the blue in, but we can do traditional today since it's super Christmas. More stripes. We want to stay away from the stripes for sure. Got some navy. What's the back of this one? See, but this is like a stripe. This is technically a horizontal stripe, but it's a polka dot, so it's a little bit different that way. But I think I want to stick with traditional colors for the most part, like the red and the green, because I am wearing green and my apron's red. Kind of reading through these cut aparts here. But the back of this is also cute. This doesn't seem Christmassy at all to me. And I'm sorry for the lighting changes. It's very bright out, but the clouds keep coming through. Just a little bit of a hindrance there. Let's move these out of the way. Maybe it's just, we gotta just look at it. You know, sometimes you just gotta look at it longer. And let's see what else we have down here that we could use perhaps. Here's some more pieces. Different shade of red. These My Mind's Eye ones are cream based, so they don't really work very well, in my opinion. I got some golds. These are very yellow golds. I don't know if you can tell, but they're such yellow golds, but those are pretty, just not what I really want. Then got this. This is from Basil. I almost wish it was this way instead. Could work as a photo mat. I really like this shade of green. Maybe not that either. This Wild Whisper collection is Christmas Comfort. Let's see. Got some blue. Some gifts. This one could work. And some cut aparts. Or this one. That one could work too. Okay, we'll use some of those. Using some Wild Whisper today. Okay, now let's see what we want to do with these. This one is Christmas lyrics, and this one just says fa la la. And then this one's cut aparts on the back, and then this one's little Christmas trucks. So maybe what I'm thinking is this could even be the border. That almost looks crazy to me. Yeah, I think these aren't dark enough to be the borders. Not that it needs a border, I was just kind of thinking maybe it should have one. I'm gonna start trimming the branding strips off just to get us started here. But like I said, today's episode L, and my picture is me baking cookies. And L stands for legendary, because I'm gonna call these legendary cookies, or legendary sugar cookies, or something along those lines. I haven't fully decided. But me making cookies for the first time last Christmas, so. And then I'm thinking some washi tape to accent the side here. So like if we put it to the left, and maybe a vertical title on the right. It's cute. looking through my Christmas bucket, because who doesn't have a Christmas bucket? I do. I'm not really feeling any of those though. I might just go for a solid red or something instead. And again, this one's just a pattern on the back. I'm thinking like this wide, not too wide. I'm going to do some photo layers, I think, and then that'll be good. So I'm going to trim the branding strip off again. And then I definitely think I want it to be shorter than the paper itself. There we go. Okay. Maybe a doily will help. I just think it needs to be built up around the photo a little bit more. And then we still have this one that I could use somehow. Or maybe just the cut aparts we could use. Not sure yet. A doily tucked in there would be nice. I also don't want to forget about all the embellishments I have because I've got a lot of those and I'd like to use a lot of them up. So there's these two. Now these are multi-sided, so let's see. These are some LE Studio cards and I only have 2 left, so it'd be really nice to use some of them. So we've got holiday favorites. Okay, that's really, really cute. I have this tree. This brings me so much joy. I really like that too. I want to use all of them. And then this one just says Merry Christmas. This could make a perfect card. Just stick this on a card. Cute. I don't think I want to use another diagonal stripe because that's going to be intense, but totally could if you wanted. I would try to make sure it goes the same way as the other stripes, but that means it'd have to go this way. It just looks... Or maybe I could use it as a photo layer. I dig that. Again, making the stripes the same way helps a lot. And that brings in the same red and green that's in the cards here. Now there's also these little houses, which are precious, but I don't think I want them. I think I'd rather have this card here. Or do I not want this card? These are from the 'Tis the Season collection. I used a bunch of these in my Christmas mini album from 2 years ago. I saw this out of the corner of my eye. This is a Vicky Boutin die cut that's just in my bin over here. It was the wrong shade of red though, so put that back. Oh, we should bring in some more black. But I like this a lot. I'm looking through some other stuff off to the left here. Seeing what we got to add some color. And again, I like mixing all of my supplies, so there's some Christmas, there's some non-Christmas. It happens, it's fine. Whatever works really is the main key here. So since this is gray and I don't have any gray, I think I'm gonna opt out of using this, which makes me sad because it's the last one, but maybe a journaling spot like this would work better. And I like this. Got some more die cuts and stickers here. I did originally plan on using these for my title because they remind me of cookies, but I almost think these aren't going to go with like the theme I have going on here. So we'll see how this turns out. We got lots of die cuts here. So first I'm going to start with these Echo Park ones because they're the oldest in my stash. And this is a great tip for if you're trying to use up some older supplies. Always start with the oldest supplies. That way hopefully you'll find something that will work and you don't have to search through your new stuff, you know. Okay, but if I pull in some of these like wood grain pieces, I definitely can use those alphas. Okay, that's cute. Okay, we're on a roll here, people. I like this little angel. We do angel cutout cookies, so this would be good too. And I like that it mimics the shape of this. Happy New Year. We don't really need that. There's this little snowman. He's kind of cute. Again, kind of looking for this wood grain now because I want that one. So I want to get the other ones if possible to use. A lot of fun prints in here. I'm gonna pop out this Jingle Bells. So I don't think we need that, but like maybe I could tuck this snowman in somewhere. Lots of little layers going in here. Pushing that up too far. I still want to grab a piece of washi tape to put down like this left center. And I know you can barely see the doily, so I think I'm going to scoot it out this way. Because it's either one or the other. It's not really going to work on both sides, I don't think. As for other die cuts, we have just a red, some red and green. Happy Holidays, don't really need that. Ornaments, don't need that. Joy, don't need that. Because I already have the word joy. Which would work great for J, by the way. In case you guys haven't seen that episode. There is this diagonal stripe I could pull in somewhere, but I think that's a little bit much. And then these music notes, don't really need that either, I don't think. So good, we used a couple of those. 2, 3, 4. That's pretty good. Let's see what else we've got. Now this wood green color I don't think is in any of these other packs. These are definitely different greens and reds than the ones I have picked out, so I think I'm going to opt out of this one from Fancy Pants. I want to check these stickers first, because these also have the neutral, natural coloring, which helps bring in that craft color for the title, which is kind of what I'm going for here. So these greens are okay. I don't think the reds really match, so I'm going to have to go with the ones that are either white, or this little wreath could work well. Again, I want to put these in place, put these in places that the wood grain isn't, so that we're spreading it out. So like that little guy could go there. There's no cookies on here. There's a mug, but it's blue, and we're gonna opt out of using blue. We don't need another color in here. This little candy cane's cute. We could include that. And then one more probably. So there's this holly leaf. I could do, don't know where I'm gonna put it yet though. It's really big. Maybe we should just go for the dark green. So this green's kind of here. So I don't mind bringing that in because it's definitely there. It's just not as prominent. Okay, use some of those. Happy about that. These guys, I don't think I'm gonna be able to use any of these. These are very, very, very vintage feeling to me. And this layout, however, is not. Yeah, I think I'm gonna opt out of these. Which I think I should try to use these on some cards. I think they've been around long enough I can just start throwing them on cards. And then these are pretty cream based, so I think I'm going to opt out of these as well. I think we should start gluing down before we get too crazy now. Hear me out. We got to start gluing. I want to get another photo layer somehow from somewhere. And let's hope I remember what this looks like, because that's sometimes, you know, I forget things sometimes, guys. And I apologize for the light beams that are coming in. I know they're very bright, but it's hard to prevent those when your tripod has to go through the blinds of your window. So let's glue this doily down. These are just doilies from Recollections, nothing crazy. Put it over here far enough. And then gluing this down. I could definitely add like a doodle border to this. That would look cute. Before we forget, let's look for some washi tape to match. I'm just gonna grab my swatch book here and look through that, which makes it so much easier than trying to remember what you have. So again, I do have plain reds that could work with polka dots. I do have to finish swatching my Christmas washi because I forgot that it wasn't in my regular washi when I started filming the inventory books share. I forgot I hadn't even done my Christmas washi tape, which Christmas might get its own card here. So I think that we could either go for a red. None of these reds are really screaming out to me though. I like the heart one, but I don't think it's really the right shade at all. So this is much darker red than I'm used to working with, and diagonal stripe just seems like a bad idea. 2 diagonal stripes on top of each other is hard to pull off. So let's see what's in our Christmas bucket. We've got a green plaid. That's going to be a little intense. We could do some gold. Not really loving that either. Merry Christmas, trees. I think we're going to try the solid red that was the best match, which was This, nope, that wasn't it. I thought it was the polka dot, but now I'm not seeing it. I have this one, solid red. Do a little test strip of that. That one doesn't look bad, but it doesn't do anything. Do you know what I mean, guys? You probably do, but I can't hear your response, so I'll just pretend like I heard you and say, yeah, I agree. I'm gonna pull out my neutrals. I think that's the only way to go, is to go for a black or a metallic. All of these fell over. Just makes me, gotta fix it. Okay, there we go. Maybe black polka dot's the way to go. Just a little bit more contrast. This one I believe is from, there's a new line at Joann's. It's like their party brand. I can't remember what it is, but it's that brand. I know, very helpful, I'm sure. Okay, so we got that. We'll layer this on top. It just adds a little bit more, like, definitely contrast, but I'm trying to think of another word to describe it. It adds like a layer, so like it makes it seem more complicated and more intricate and more like you want to look at it. So again, I want to cut that, but I also want to have another paper layer. So let me get my 6x6. And I did find another 6x6 in my stash, oops, of Christmas paper that wasn't in the original share. I'm gonna pull back this here because this is where my greens come from. And if I have a green that matches, I might as well pull that in. This is a Lawn Fawn paper pad that I had purchased. Oh my gosh, where did I get this from? Oh, Lawn Fawn had grab bags one year, and that is where this is from. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I think it does need more green, and I think that's my best bet. So this is called Nitpicky. Got it in a grab bag at Lawn Fawn at Black Friday. Really love it. This is my first time using this paper pad, but I have used some of their other sheets from, oh, what collection is, oh, their fall, I think, collection. And I'm just gonna look through here because why not? We love more paper layers. Definitely avoiding the blues in this particular paper pad. Don't think we need them at all. I think it just makes things a little more complicated if we brought the blues in. So I'm going to do the green one first, but I am going to have to trim it down. So let's trim this photo down. I'm going to trim this side out because it's actually a blown out light bulb. It's very bright and it's kind of distracting to the photo. So by trimming that out is better than trimming like the content of the photo out. So I'm going to do this, mount that there, and then do the 4x6 card, which I love using 4x6 cards as photo mats. I just think it's one of the easiest things you can do, especially if you can trim down your photos. I know a lot of people print their photos at different sizes too, so if you're one of those people, you can use your 4x6 cards easily on a 3x4 photo. But again, you still have to trim it. I think I said this in one of the last real-time process videos, but I really need to get a new blade for my trimmer. I think we might go to Joann's later this week and get some stuff. Got some other projects going on around the house, around the apartment rather. This is looking like a very busy layout. I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes if I stare at stripes too long, I get like, not necessarily dizzy, but it just makes me feel weird. And this is one of those diagonal stripe patterns that does that. Not the background, this one that's consecutive stripes but with different colors. So why am I putting it on a layout? I do not know. I think it still works style-wise, don't get me wrong. It's just looking at it for a while does something. I'm gonna tuck these in. A little snowman. We do snowman cookies too, so that works out nicely. This went down here. Just trying to make sure I position them properly before I start gluing them down again. This goes down here. Sometimes it's easier to glue things down like this when they're in position, like pretending they're all in position and then sliding things in here and there, so it works out a little bit better. It really depends on your preference for gluing things down. But I can kind of picture the title going over here. Again, I'm not sure exactly what the title is going to be, but I do want to use those letters that I'd shown you earlier. Let's glue this little guy down. Now I'm thinking about trimming this off, so I'm just gonna, this is tucked under anyway, so I might as well, actually I'm gonna do it this side, trim this off. And that way I can do another wood grain somewhere over here, just sticking out. Just another little accent, if you will. I'm gonna take this little button off, and then I'm gonna glue this frame onto this 3x4 card. I don't particularly love frames. I think they're a little bit annoying to use for the majority of what you can use them for. I put way too much glue on this. Do you ever do that and then you have to scrape the glue off? I do have one of those glue erasers, but sometimes my finger just works out pretty easily, so I don't feel like dragging it out sometimes. And with ATG tape, it's nice because it just rubs right off. And I think I put this on crooked, but that's okay. Definitely not the most even I could have done. But I like that ATG tape's pretty forgiving. Especially if you put too much on. Okay, then this is going to be glued down. And I think this layout's going to come together in about 30 minutes, which isn't too bad. I think we're already over 20, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to do it like that, I guess. It kind of is centered, which I originally didn't want, but that's okay. These all go on top, so I don't have to worry about that. That can be tucked under after. So I'm going to glue this down. My photo's getting glued down. That's how you know it's almost done. When you start gluing your photo down, and a bunch of embellishments, it's starting to look complete. And again, I'm going to tuck this under. Probably just going to trim those off so it makes it easier. Just a little bit of glue will do. I'm just going to tuck it under here. It's just like a little bit of peak of that wood grain again, which I find to be helpful. There we go. And I think this works really well for L because it's a more generic take on L words, you know, because it's not like it's, I don't know, limousine or something, like it's a descriptor. So it's more applicable to many stories versus one like llama. Tuck that little girl there. The tree can go here. Need these other, so I had a candy cane and a wreath. Let's pour some more green down here. So I'm going to use the wreath here and the candy cane up here. Those are all shapes of cookies we make. We make angels, snowmen, candy canes, wreaths, and trees. We do make trees as well. So that worked out nicely. I'm wondering if I need to use more black and white. Do I need to bring this anywhere? More wood buttons, maybe some wood veneer. Let's check how our title can work. Oh, I also have brads. Let's look at these real quick. I was hoping there's a gingerbread cookie, but I think I already used all those for other layouts over the years, but there are colors that match because this is the ephemera pack that I use, so I know that these match the colors in the ephemera pieces. There's a little Santa. I've used a lot of brads off of this, to be honest. More than I ever thought I probably would. I like this holly jolly, but it's not the mood I'm going for, not the feel. And since I have these big wood buttons, I don't mind putting brads on this layout as well. It's not like it's adding dimension where there wasn't any before. It's just adding to the dimension that's already existing there. Need to get my little knife. This is how I do brads. I just draw a little X with an X-Acto knife or like one of these utility knives that I have. This is a double paper, so you gotta make sure you press hard enough. Which I did not, it appears. There we go. Oh, that's what happened. Oops. Just bent the other leg the wrong way. That's okay. Sometimes it's difficult to get them to function properly, but there we go. There's one. Now so there's this other set as well. So this one's by Cartabella. Also cream based here and here. A lot of these are cream based, probably why I haven't used them yet. That's okay. Thinking about using this little Santa guy because I'm not sure when else I'd use it. It does have that wood grain background, which is why I'm tempted to use it. I don't see why not. I mean, we make Santa cookies too, so these little tidbits, storytelling through embellishing, are really coming full circle here. Now the question is, where do I want to put it? Kind of thinking over here, because like there's wood grain, there's wood grain, wood grain, wood grain. I mean, I could put it up here, but that seems, actually, doesn't seem too bad. Because like there's two wood grain, two wood grain. Technically this is two, but like this one's over here, so maybe a second one over here wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm just not sure if I like the cluster of 3 there and then not anywhere else. I think he's gonna go down here, next to the Christmas tree. So just making a little X, and that will work well. That way you can spin your brad if you need to, due to the image being the upside down or something, because that's definitely happened before. There we go. It's a little closer than I wanted, but again, that's okay. So we don't have any, I guess we technically do. So there's silver rings around these brads. I just forgot what they were called. So I'm not going to bring in any gold, I don't think, but let's look at our title options. So I was thinking these could work because they remind me of cookies. And these are from a Christmas collection, if you guys know which one. I have a feeling it's the Pebbles one. I don't remember what it's called though. Oh man. I wish they told you on here. These are called Maggie. Also the word legendary is very long, so do we think we can fit it? So one thing I don't like about thickers is you don't know if your title's even gonna fit. I'm gonna plan on squishing it. And hopefully it will fit. Now these are cardstock alphabets, which usually are not a, what is it? They usually don't stick to the backing, but these ones are pretty good. I always add extra adhesive to my letter stickers anyway, so I'm not too concerned about these. I'm just laying them down right now to see if they even fit. This is the first time I'm using them, which I really, really appreciate. I started a new thing on one of my Rascog cart things, my craft carts, where I put all of my new stuff that I haven't touched yet in order to stop buying other new stuff because I have stuff I haven't touched yet. And so far, there's a lot of stuff. I'm sure there's even more stuff I could add that I'm forgetting, but oh my goodness, it's crazy. Legendary cookies. Do we have enough letters? We do. And I just put a huge dent in some of these letters, so I'm hoping it fits right here. And then 2 O's, which is okay. There's some zeros in here too, which is nice. So we can always use those. Because I know a lot of people have struggled, you know, when you've used up majority of your letters, what do you do after that? So this is not going to fit. We gotta move them over. These ones are pretty sticky. These are the stickiest, I think, chipboard alphas that I've had so far from American Crafts. They are still falling off the backing. I just noticed like the 5s and 6s back here are falling off, so that's a little disappointing that these probably won't last, you know, forever on their backing. But it's nice that they're also functioning right now, because sometimes they don't. Okay, I like it. I don't love it though. There's something about it that I don't. Oh, well, it's very crooked now that I look at it in the camera. We can fix that afterwards, but I think that's going to be what we call this, legendary cookies. I could put like the legendary cookies, but like, that's fine. Thinking about adding more of these buttons. See, but that doesn't really fit. I wanted something that can tuck in so it makes it feel more cohesive. But none of these are really, I've used a lot of the red and green ones now. So let's see, what else could we do? I could do another brad up there. Again, it's trying to use up some supplies. I do have tons of other embellishments I could look at, so might as well go grab some more. I forgot about these wood veneer. These gold ones, but I don't really know if I want gold. I also brought these chipboard, which all of these have, not all of them. Majority of these have gold foil. And they're also the non-traditional colors. And I'm looking for a traditional on this page particularly. Kind of thinking this one could have worked. I also have a ton of Echo Park chipboard. I don't know why, but it appears at Christmas time I love chipboard. These ones are like male themed. Don't need those. Deck the halls. None of those. These ones match the die cut pack. This little guy maybe. That looks fine. I could add that there. Again, I used the gingerbread off of here, so wah, but that's okay. Got a little 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 8 pieces left. That's crazy. So it looks like those are a bust, but I do like this guy. I don't really love it, so we're gonna put that in. So we're back up to 9. I don't love it, so I'm not gonna put it on. Got some stickers and some puffy stickers and then some random embellishments. These are from a different Echo Park collection, so again, not the best color scheme. These are just some little puffy stickers that I could use. I'm gonna put some of these peppermints around. They're like enamel dots, except they're peppermints. They kind of help build out the clusters too, which is nice. And there's only one left, so now I have to use it. The question is where? Up there. We got some hot cocoa, some candy canes. Now some of these have blue outlines, which is a little bit annoying because I don't want the blue. I can tuck some of these in. These have little mints in the middle, so they work. Some little starbursts here. Might as well use some of those. Because why not? And these will have to have glue on them as well. I don't think they're going to last very long otherwise. Okay, enough of that. But I think this layout's almost done. I don't think I'm going to be able to add much more to it because I've already added a lot. These cut aparts from LA Studios here match that. These 4x6 cards, or these cards I should say. So I wish I used some of those, but that's okay. But I think I'm going to call this layout complete. I think it's got enough on it where it's got, you know, it's got a lot of elements that help tell the story. I got a journaling spot, which is nice. I know a lot of people wonder if I get that on there, but I think this is it. Let's do some close-ups. Again, I apologize for the lighting. Got your 3x4 card, your little wood pieces. My blinds are letting so much light in. This little cluster over here. And then the crooked title. But other than that, that is it for this real-time process video. I hope you guys enjoyed this layout. This one was really fun to work on. Definitely more Christmassy than my other stuff I've been working on, so this was fun. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye!